Alright, so I'm going to make this quick video, as quick as possible anyways, on how to set up um, how to deal with bots when it comes to like drive-by hoe ganking them or home invading them for cash. Um, this is the setup that I use. As you can see, there's a lot going on here, and it's going to be a little confusing at first, but once you get the hang of it and implement your own things into it, you'll understand. So typically this page is refreshing, and then I have on my other screen the other bottom side of the rankings, which is this, and usually it's matched with a couple other tabs like selling rides. But for common sense sake, I'll just keep it like this. Just use this on another window, another screen. Most people have dual monitors for the bottom half of the rankings for watching bots, and it's typically refreshing as well, so you can see when a bot logs in. Um, so yeah, so this is what happens. It's basically refreshing, and I always pay attention to this screen because I can see down at the bottom my timer. A bot logs in, or should log in, at like every 1 minute on the dot. So a bot or two bots will likely log in. Not all the time, but most of the time. Sometimes the same bot that's already online will log in. And I'm looking for a red to light up. So what I do is when I'm looking for a bot to log in, I'm saying in my head, all right, I know 48, 51, 56, 70, 85, 89, 91, and 98 are logged in right now on this screen. Well, that's a player, so I can get rid of that in my brain. That's a player, so I can get rid of that. That's a player, so I can get rid of that in my brain. And I basically just say, okay, 8160 1. And then I kind of memorize who's online based on that, so I can pay attention to both screens to what bot logs in. Now, the setup that I have here, that's how you pay attention to what bot logs in. Same thing with this. So basically, you're looking at this left screen. You're not always going to be 100% accurate. It can only be as accurate as your eyes can catch the bot logging in. Some of these bots are super fast. You won't be able to catch them. Sometimes you only be able to home invade them and gank the cache. Sometimes you can, travel, drive by, send crack, home invade, all in, one go. But I'm going to go over how to do that now. So this is the setup that I use. This screen is normally always refreshing, just like the screen on my left is that I showed you earlier. And essentially what I have here is an all-in-one. This is ready to battle. This is ready to uh, gank bots. So on the left-hand side, up top here, we have presets. All these things are already preset for the most part for what I plan on doing. So I have I have a preset to turn 100 or 150 or whatever the number is for max turns. And then I have a travel screen, and then I have a buy thug screen already preset. That way, if somebody jumps my ass and they're really good and I'm afraid of them or whatever, I have to run, I can just F5 this, click on one of these, travel all, start buying thugs repeatedly, and then if they chase me there, I can just repeat. You know what I mean, and go to the same tabs to run away or thug up real quick. On the tabs, so this is the oh shit I'm being attacked or I have to travel to gank a bot. Typically, I always have it on this screen right here whenever I'm ganking bots, and so my eyes will indicate, okay, 39 logged in. Okay, and my eyes will automatically scan to see what city he's in. He's in New York City, so I'll immediately click on New York City. So 39 logged in. My brain goes, okay, 39 logged in. I click this, click over here, type in 39, and I type in 39, hit enter, 39, hit enter, 39, hit enter, and then I wait for him to turn, because usually it takes a couple seconds. You have to be very quick. It usually takes a couple seconds for a bot to log online, then start turning. So then I'll hit enter or travel all, then I'll F5 this real quick, then F5 this once. And that's the end of it. Sorry, I put in 39, but I meant to put 454 in. It's been a while since I played. Either way, that's how that works. Now, these tabs over here are for, okay, I ganked the bot. What do I want to spend my money on? When you gank a bot, you're gonna lose some thugs. When you home invade or drive by, you're gonna lose some thugs based on how many thugs there are here. Okay. So this is essentially I ganked the bot for 15 billion. I have a preset in for to buy a million AKs, and I'll just F5 that a couple times to spend the money. Okay? Same thing with this. I'll F5 that to spend the money on thugs if I lost some thugs. On the bottoms, now I have it preset high. And the reason is I always keep my crack really, really high whenever I'm hoe ganking. One, so I never run out of crack when I'm hoe ganking. And two, most people don't send a ridiculous amount of crack to you when they try to jump you. I mean, they do nowadays, but a lot of times they won't get the crack right. How could they? You know what I mean? You're on cash to begin with. On the right-hand side was pretty self-explanatory. This is where I have my, my attacks in. So essentially, I'll have my hands on my number pad over here, and my mouse will be over here. And so I'm looking at the left-hand screen where it's counting down the time, and oh shit, a bot just logged in. It's 454. My hand's over here, so I'll click on, whenever I see him, getting ready to move, I'll click travel all. I don't want to do this now because I don't want to fuck this other guy up that's playing. I'll click travel all. I'll quickly type his number in. And then I'll just, you know what I mean? And that way, by the time he turns, I am preset to, send. These two screens down here, these two tabs that I have open, are for battling or resupplying. So if I'm fighting or I need travel money, like right now you'll see I need 5.5 billion to travel. I'm on 550. So I'll hit this once, now I'm at 3. I'll hit this again, now I'm at 565, and I have plenty enough. And I'm also at the bottom echelon of my travel cash. I don't want to be too high over that. I want barely just enough cash to travel. So that's how say if you hit this again, well, now you're on 8 billion. How do I spend that money? Well, I have presets down here to sell thugs, buy AKs. This is for battling as well. I just click that. Okay, I'm down. Okay, so I know I need 5.5. It costs 300. Okay, I can do it again. All right, I'm at 5.8. I'm good to go right there. It matches the maximum amount that I need to travel to the most expensive city. Now, how do I determine how much crack to send these bots? So essentially what I do is, first of all, whenever you're ganking bots or dealing with bots in general, what you want to do is you want to, and you're up top, or you're even in the middle rankings, I like to kill some of these bots down to a reasonable amount. Like at this range, with the amount of hoes that they have, they're going to be spinning up into the 20 to 30 billion, cash range. So I'm sitting right where I need to be sitting. I can gank in upwards of 60 billion. I can, gank, a smaller bot at 15 billion, or home invade or drive by and hoe gank them. How do I determine how much crack to send them? Right now, the maximum crack you need to send a bot, based on some of the bots that are up top right now that have 100k plus, if I calculate them, that's not a bot, is it? That is a bot. Holy shit. Well, if that bot drops and I go to send it the wrong crack on a big juicy bot like that, I'm not going to get any hose. So essentially, you'd want to send that bot like fucking what, like 7 million crack rocks. We don't want it that high. The odds that that bot's going to drop are pretty slim to none. But some of these bots have like 90k, 60k, 80k. What I'll do is I'll scan the bottom for a decently high one, like this one right here, 86k. How much crack to send him? 2.7. So I know that's like probably like 6 or 700k crack rocks. What about this one? 91k. Another 6 or 700k crack. I always keep it a little higher because some of these bots have had higher hose before. Another 600-700k. I I personally believe you should be sitting for right now for the amount of hose given. You need to be having that preset set to 1.2 mil. That's what I think. Is it going to work? I don't know. Now I can't exactly show you how this works right now, how I move, how it works in general. Because one, I'm not playing. Two, there's somebody else logged in right now that is trying to gank bots and deal with bots. And three, it would be kind of fucked up for me to like sit here for the next hour getting clips of me just raping the shit out of bots. So we're not going to do that. But this is essentially the setup that I use and how my brain thinks and reacts whenever I see bots. Now you can add some tabs here. You can remove some tabs. I know there's a lot going on. So essentially, yeah, that's entirely up to you. You might want to get rid of these down here. Maybe instead of 3 in a row, maybe you move one of these down here. Like maybe you just get rid of this, right? And bring this down here. And you aren't planning on battling. The only thing you're planning on doing is ganking bots. And if somebody attacks you, you just run away. You know what I mean? You don't have to fight back. This might be easier for you. Or, hell, you might even not want to do the whole sell down shit. You might want to just get rid of that as well. Move this down. Move this down. And now you can just set it up like this. Like, whenever a bot logs in, you see, oh, it's 448. He logged in. My eyes say, okay, he's in Atlanta. And then I type in whatever 448 or whatever the hell his number was. And then I just get ready. I see him. He's about to turn. I click on travel all. I click attack. Home and drive by him a couple times. Click that, drive by, home invade him, or send rocks. Then I home invade him once, and that's it. So that's what I do. That's how I handle it. That's typically what I do. And then to reset that, you just hit backspace and then F5, and then you're back and you're ready to roll. Same thing, backspace on your mouse, backspace, and you're all reset. You're ready to go again. That's what I do. How you want to do it's entirely up to you. But that's how I do it. As far as auto refreshers go, this is one of them that I've just kind of used. I don't have any that are. I used to have like 3 of them that would just auto refresh by themselves. That way you could refresh a shit ton of pages all at once. But yeah, this one sucks. I would just go look for an add-on. But that's a different topic. You can do that on your own time. So yeah, I hope that helps a little bit and explain how my brain works, how I have it set up, and yeah, good luck.